Overall, in a wide range of videos made independently over a range of years, YouTubers of minority identities have persistently reimagined Siri to be more like them. Some of their specific reimaginations are pretty stereotypical or downright cringeworthy. But as parodies rather than serious proposals, they defer the challenge of getting it right, and they allow us, if we listen generously, to focus on the big idea. That we could create Siri who could adopt specific ways of being, rather than trying to apply as generally as possible. If we design Siri like that, we could make identity-specific recommendations for what to buy and not to buy. It could show identity-specific values, knowledge, and ways of interacting. It could address an identity's history, and it could be intersectionally created, not just one-dimensional. In all of these ideas, identities are active projects. So when we ask what identities we make available to people to interact with, we also ask what we ourselves might be like. Taking on this challenge is not straightforward. There are a lot of decisions that would still need to be made. But this is an emerging important issue for people to consider, especially those of us who study communication and its effects. Part 2 of this project has explored today's Siri in 2 different ways. YouTubers who made parodies about the accents and national origins that Siri can hear especially play up how it feels to not be included, and indicate that in some cases people are already treating voice-driven AI as a social agent. Then, considering how the parodies as a whole are distributed, this result is extended to suggest that today's Siri attempts to behave in an identity-neutral way. But 3 critiques of identity erasure as an ideology for approaching AI link Siri's neutral, universalizing behavior to dominant ideologies. In other words, together these YouTubers are arguing that as a social agent, today's Siri operates as straight, white, non-religious, and unaccented. For developers to try not to make a decision regarding a voice assistant's identity still makes a decision. In part, this situation is a problem of representation. If today's Siri, even the variants that we're comfortable with, like male, female, various languages, and various national dialects of English, are our only options, then we're not making diverse AI. We're not giving people the chance to see themselves in the AI they interact with. This situation is also a problem of equity. If acting white, straight, non-religious, and unaccented means, at least in part, oppressing others, then for Siri to adopt those identities means she also reinscribes dominant modes of moving through the world, and she encourages and circulates dominant ways of being. The takeaway, especially for those of us who study how we interact with emerging communication technologies like Siri and Alexa, is that we should feel more freedom to suggest voice-driven AI that's identity-based. As Part 1 shows, YouTubers of minority identities are, in a humorous way, suggesting that there are benefits. With people of minority identities in the lead, we should continue addressing these questions. Thanks!